Glad to have you join us on the news. INEC continuous voter registration exercise is ongoing nationwide. Avail yourself of this opportunity to update your permanent voter card ahead of 2027 general elections. Your vote is your political power to elect leaders of your choice. And the Salt FM News across the globe, the headlines. U.S. court rules many of Trump's global tariffs are illegal. 3 dead after protests over death of taxi driver in Indonesia. Official campaigns launched for Guinea referendum amidst new media coverage guidelines. Rivers residents voting in council polls. Focus is an Ojiji festival celebration of love and cultural heritage. Spotlight is on celebrating Bishop Ken O'Donnell's 60th birthday and official inauguration of Bishop K. O.D. Foundation, while commentary is on New Yam Festival, Iri Joho in Anichibweze clan. Good afternoon, my name is Loveth Onyebuchi. The news info. A U.S. appeal court has ruled that most tariffs issued by U.S. President Donald Trump are illegal, setting up a potential legal shutdown that could upend his foreign policy agenda. The ruling affects Trump's reciprocal tariffs imposed on most countries around the world, as well as other tariffs slapped on China, Mexico, and Canada. In a 7-4 decision, the U.S. Court of Appeal for the Federal Circuit rejected Trump's argument that the tariffs were permitted under the Emergency Economic Powers Act, calling them invalid as contrary to law. The ruling will not take effect until 14 October to give the administration time to ask the Supreme Court to take up the case. Trump criticized the appeal court appendix ruling on Truth Social, saying that if allowed to stand, this decision would literally destroy the United States of America. Trump had justified the tariffs under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, which gives the president the power to act against unusual and extraordinary threats. Trump has declared a national emergency on trade, arguing that a trade imbalance is harmful to U.S. national security, but the court ruled that the imposing tariffs is not within the president's mandate and that certain levies is a core congressional power. Still on U.S. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has been blocked from attending the UN General Assembly session in New York next month after he and 80 other Palestinian officials had their visas revoked, the U.S. State Department has confirmed. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio blamed them for undermining peace efforts and for seeking the unilateral recognition of a conjunctural Palestinian state. The decision, which has been welcomed by Israel, is unusual as the U.S. is expected to facilitate travel for officials of all countries wishing to visit the UN headquarters. The ban comes as France leads international efforts to recognize a state of Palestine at the session, a move Donald Trump's administration has opposed. The Palestinian ambassador to the UN, Riyad Mansour, had earlier said that as head of its delegation, Abbas would be attending the meeting of heads of state and government in New York. But a State Department official later said Abbas and other 80 other Palestinians would be affected by the decision to deny and revoke visas from members of the Palestine Liberation Organization and the Palestinian Authority. Rubio said Palestinian representatives at the UN mission in New York could attend the meetings in accordance with the UN headquarters agreement, the document that regulates issues regarding the operations of the UN in the U.S. It is unclear, however, if the U.S. move to deny or revoke visas complies with that document, which outlines that foreign officials' attendance in New York shall not be impeded by the U.S., irrespective of the relations between their respective governments and the U.S.